It was a lot of fun. But, you know, today I want to read two poems. The one poem I'm going to read is not in the book, but I'm from Detroit, Michigan originally, and this poem is entitled The Ambassador, and I wrote it last year. It was the 40th year of the situation from this poem. So this is called The Ambassador. This was the year of the tiger. It was 1968, Detroit, a year after burning in the race riots. The day the riots started, Sunday, July 23rd, 1967, we drove through Detroit, across the Ambassador Bridge to Windsor, Canada, on our way to Buffalo, New York, my dad's hometown. I remember seeing young black men everywhere gathering together in groups of 3, 5, or 20, and they were drinking from brown paper sacks. There was electricity in the air on this already hot and humid day, and open violence in their glaze at us. My father, mother, my sister Carol, and my younger sister Rose, and me in our two-door Ford Falcon, new in '62. My two older sisters stayed home, and by the time we re-entered America at Niagara Falls and drove to Aunt Tina's and Uncle Tony's in Buffalo, Detroit was burning. It was all over the evening news. My mom called the girls, and it was decided we'd come home as soon as we could. Finally, crossing back into Detroit on Friday, July the 28th, over the Ambassador Bridge, felt like entering a police state. The National Guard and the 82nd Airborne, how ironic, nicknamed the All-American Brigade, their mechanized infantry and their tanks everywhere, soldiers and armament enforcing a curfew. And the rubble, whole blocks and neighborhoods charred. It smelled as if it was still burning. Driving past Michigan and Trumbull, holy cow, Navy Field Tiger Stadium, somehow it survived. What a thing, and a good thing at that. As I said, 1968, the year of the Tigers, the comeback kids, pulling the city back from the brink, winning 103 games, an unbelievable 40 games after trailing in the 7th inning, and 30 of those a last at-bat victory in the 9th. Black or white, color made no difference this year. Whether it was the Gator Gates Brown or the young Jim Northup, the fabulous hometown hero Willie Horton, or the great Al Kaline, Don Wirt, Dick McAuliffe, or Tommy Matchak, Storm and Norman Cash, or the fleet of foot Mickey Stanley, Ray Oyler, or Dick Trzeski, they came through for us, and the pitchers, especially for Denny McLain, a 31-game winner of the American League MVP and Cy Young Award, or Mickey Lolich, Joe Sparma, Pat Dobson, and the Duke, Earl Wilson. But let's not forget Bill Freehand, the catcher, and Jim Big Guy Price, his backup. These Tigers, they stole our hearts, and manager Mayo Smith pulled all the right strings, orchestrating a new Ambassador Bridge across the racial divide. When Detroit beat the Yankees on September 17th, clinching the American League pennant, we stormed downtown in Phelan County's neighbors from across the street, Ford convertible, joining thousands of black and white fans, cheering and screaming, crying and high-fiving, giving the peace sign and fist bumps all along Michigan Avenue to Tiger Stadium, beyond, and Woodward Avenue and back. And when the comeback kids did it again, beating the legendary Bob Gibson and the St. Louis Cardinals after being down 3-1 in the World Series, black and white, not for that season or that night. That season, that night, we were just Tiger fans. Oh,